because she was not on the mental health caseload.
Right.
And so I know probation, they were supposed to go and give more information regarding that, and they sent an email to the court.
And so I'm going to take, good morning, are you, or good afternoon, I can't do afternoon. Are you Almeda Miles? And so we reset Miss Miles' case for sentencing. This is 24 DCCR 2330, and Miss Miles is currently on probation. And a motion to revoke that probation was filed, and we were here, it looks like February 24th, and Ms. Miles entered pleas of true to counts 1 through 4 in that motion. The underlying offense is tampering or fabricating physical evidence with intent to appear, a 3rd-degree felony. And we reset, it was unagreed, and we had probation. Ms. Joseph is here with probation, find out some information with regard to whatever, I guess you could find out with regard to any type of mental health services or information. And it looks like she has not received any outpatient services with Spinal Tap, that they referred her to the outpatient clinic, but you did not see where she'd ever actually had an appointment. Is that correct, Ms. Joseph?
Yes, that's from the mental health staff with Spindle Top. They said that she never showed up.
And so it does look like if I were to continue Miss Miles on probation, that Miss Joseph spoke with a Dominique Mayfield who supervises the mental health initiative caseload, and that she advised that she would make the Tacoma referral, and that Miss Miles could receive treatment that way. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. But everything is contingent on this.
For sure. Yeah.
We could make services available, but if she doesn't follow through.
Totally agree. So timeline on, so part of the problem is that we sent Miss Miles to the ISF program, and that didn't work out. But the argument was that potentially it's because there were some mental health issues that had not, that's the argument. I see Miss Joseph is a little leery about that by her facial expressions. So I guess Mr. Smith, what is any thoughts?
Well, we tried to send her to ISF and she did not complete that program.
So Miss Miles, the last thing I want to do is not address something that needs to be addressed if there's some mental health issues. But I also don't want to be played and use that as a reason for me to continue on probation when that's really not why you violated or couldn't get through ISF. Does that make sense? Ms. Holmes?
I would be requesting that the court give her a chance to receive the mental health services. My apologies.
Okay. Of all times for it to happen.
Sorry about that. But I would like to see if she could receive the services. It looks like the history with her being on probation and does have a lot to do with how she handles situations, attitude, things like that, which I think.
The attitude and mental health are two different things, and that's where I am. That's my issue here, is this just a bad attitude problem, or is there really a serious issue that needs to be addressed? From the ISF documents, it looks pretty much like an attitude problem and not a mental health problem. Ms. Joseph, anything to add?
I don't deny that Miss Miles has mental health issues, but I don't subscribe to the fact that the behavioral issues at the intermediate sanctions facility, coupled with the disciplinary infractions at the county correctional facility, constitute mental health issues. However, it should the court elect to continue Ms. Miles on probation, that the full plan is, and everything is already in her conditions of probation, she will be transferred to a mental health caseload where that officer can get the Tacoma referral. And if everything goes well, she'll be supervised on that caseload for a year. Then she'll come back to my caseload, where she'll be supervised again for a year. And to assess her progress before we transfer her to a regular felony case.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do, Ms. Miles. And it probably could potentially be easier for you if I didn't do this, but here's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna have one opportunity at this, all right? And I want to make that very clear because Ms. Holmes is listening to me, Mr. Smith and Ms. Joseph knows that when I say this is your opportunity, this is it. If you don't take advantage of what I'm about to do, there is no ISF, there's no special needs safety, there's none of that. I don't want anybody coming back and asking me for any of that. It'll be a revocation and it'll just depend on what I decide to do based on the information that I have at that time, how long you go to prison. But you'll probably be going. Do you understand? So I'm gonna give you, they're gonna give you all the help you need. It's up to you to take advantage of it, just like Ms. Joseph said. So I'm going to find that you entered your plea on that motion to revoke freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty and revoke your probation, but I'm not going to do that today. I am going to continue you on probation. I'm going to order everything that Ms. Joseph just said. You will be on the specialized mental health caseload. You will get a referral to the Tacoma program. They will explain all of that to you. And you will be required to go to every meeting, follow through with any medication. All of those are now court orders. So whether you think you need the class, the meeting, the counseling, the medication, at this point, I'm ordering you to do whatever they say is best for you. You will be on zero tolerance. So what that means is that there's no, I just missed a meeting or I just missed something, give me another chance. This is your chance. If you mess up, you'll be right back in here, even just with one mess up. Does that make sense? All right. Anything else, Miss Joseph, that you think would be appropriate for me to order?
I did want to clarify that upon her completion of the MHI caseload, she'll come back to
Yes.
Okay.
Then you'll go from the mental health caseload to the high medium caseload. That way you're not going from one super intensive to just kind of once a month. You're going to have a structured kind of step down process so that everybody can make sure that you're doing and everything you're supposed to, and that you're in a place where you're able to do that. Or if you need any further help, they'll get you that as well. All right. The disrespect and all of that, there's nothing that I can tell from any of the reports that I have that would show that there's some reason, mental health wise, for you to act the way you're acting at some points, right? So that's not making you do some of those things. So I want you to be respectful to wherever you're going, the probation department, Spindle Top, wherever it is, you have to treat everyone with respect along that way, that path, okay? I'm going to hand you the trial court certification. This shows this wasn't an agreement. There are some rights to appeal, but you can talk to Ms. Holmes about that. If y'all will sign that and give her the bottom copies.
Okay.
And I hope you take advantage of this opportunity. Okay, good luck to you, ma'am. Here you go. Good afternoon, sir. Are you Andre Williams II? And Mr. Williams' cases are set for trial to begin with jury selection next Monday in cause number 24 DCCR 2286, charged with murder, and cause number 24 DCCR 1539, charged with tampering or fabricating physical evidence with intent to impair. What is the announcement?
Your Honor, I'm asking for more time. Let me try and articulate to the court why. I am still trying to obtain Mr. Williams' records. If Social Security disability benefits that he received from 2009 to 2022 when he was a child. His mom or someone tried to reapply in 2022 and they were denied. I know the court's aware of this and the court's been very patient. And Mr. Williams signed a release a long time ago and it was submitted to Social Security and I don't know what became of it. It was never processed. They don't have a record of it. I've been told that it was probably ignored because at the time, Mr. Williams had no open case and had no claims. We're on the right track now. I'm asking for 30 days. I know the case is Mr. Williams was indicted 18 months ago. And I know the case is getting on, but I believe this information would be relevant for mitigating purposes. And I'd ask the court to view my request in that light.
Mr. Nichols?
State's ready for trial, Your Honor.
I just feel like I've given so much time for this and obviously, Mr. Williams is just sitting in our jail. We've got a family also of a victim that's waiting on this trial. And, I think, if something is potentially important, I don't disagree that it could be important. I think there might be, another way that you would have to get that information in at trial. This time I'm going to deny that motion for continuance and number the trial. There's a couple others. I'm not sure that it will be the number one case, but I will number them as soon as docket's over today and you'll know.
And Your Honor, if we were in a situation where Mr. Vasquez wanted to put on some testimony about whatever condition Mr. Williams had that he was receiving disability for, I wouldn't strenuously object if it came from a family member with knowledge of that situation. So I may not
Okay.
need the actual records to get that information in.
Okay, that's what I appreciate that, Mr. Nichols.
Thank
And
you.
so again, I'll number the case. Is there any change with regard to any negotiations or
No, Your Honor, Mr.
rejection?
Vasquez, I'm sorry to cut you.
Go ahead.
Mr. Vasquez had approached me the last few weeks, asking if I would come down from 40 years. I have not, and that is the offer that's being rejected at this time.
All right, and Mr. Williams, you still want to go forward, is that correct, and not accept the 40? I'm sorry? No, you're not getting a new lawyer, you're gonna get a trial probably next week, so I just want to make sure you don't want you don't want to accept any plea agreement, is that correct?
You taking them forward.
Okay, so your case will get numbered. It's likely to be the first case on the docket. I do want to remind you, if I haven't told you already, Mr. Williams, that I see, your attorney sees, the district attorney sees, and any jury potentially will see all of the incident reports from the jail. So you should keep that in mind on the things that are going on out at the jail, because I have a 15-page set of documents here from incident reports for the last year that you've been in our jail. So keep that in mind and we'll see you Monday. All right,
Yeah.
I'll number it after docket.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm sorry, the confusion was that Mr. Kelly wrote down what was essentially a today only offer on the rejection. And it didn't necessarily reflect what the actual offer was if you didn't take it today, Judge.
Okay. All right, sir. Again, you're Dondre Blewett.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Blewett, in clause number 26, DCCR 0362, you're charged with the second degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon from February 1st of 2026. And what that means is that if you go to trial and you're found guilty, the range of punishment is between 2 years and up to 20 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I have here on the tab a plea bargain rejection that shows that the district attorney's office has offered a 10-year term in prison. You have every right to reject that. It sounds like there was another offer that was put out there today if you wanted to enter a plea today. Regardless, I want to make sure you understand any offer after today could potentially be off the table in your case. Once it's on the trial docket, will be expected to go to trial. And is that what you want to do?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then we also have cause number 22-41150, which is that motion to revoke your probation on the evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle Obviously, depending on, we'll go forward with the underlying new offense first. And then depending on what happens in that case, because it's more serious, I will carry the motion along with it and then we'll take care of it later. It looks like probably was it just a concurrent offer?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you wanted to enter pleas of true in that, the state made an offer to run that concurrently with the 10-year sentence. You also have every right to reject that. And then that eventually will be left up to the court, your MTRP, not a jury. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
But I just want to make sure on that new case, you want to reject the offer and go forward with the trial.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll get it set for trial and Mr. Kelly will begin preparation.
Thank you.
You can go back with the bailiff.
That's just for.
Let's let Mr. Coleman grab his file real quick.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Are you Calvin Hawkins Jr.?
Yes.
And this is 24 DCCR 1160, and Mr. Hawkins is charged with unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon from January of 2024. And what is the announcement?
Right now, Your Honor, we were hired on this matter a little more than a month ago. We just have, we haven't received the safe kit.
Okay,
They were supposed to be mailed to us. We just have to see.
okay,
Just by email, I informed defense counsel of the process, or at least the, to contact our trial division to make arrangements
sure.
to get the, digital media. I've provided, access through the discovery portal to the, documentary evidence. But, I don't know if they've made some arrangements with our trial division.
Usually it's picked up, but what I'll do, Ms. Bosley, is I'll just do a normal reset. It's about 30 days. And you may want to just go run upstairs and just see if it might be there and ready since you've come in. And if not, make double sure that they're either mailing it or that you might need to come back and get it or provide them with whatever they need to do that. And that way you'll have some time to get that. And then I'm sure visit with you about whatever information and discovery she receives. And we'll see if we can get an announcement the next court date. All right, thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
We took a field trip to Rusk and to placements. So, yeah. I do whatever I need to keep our community safe,
That's
Mr.
good.
Burbank.
That's a good one.
And I realize.
Good morning, sir. You Asa Jones, or good afternoon, I'm sorry, you're Asa Jones. And Mr. Jones is set for trial to begin with jury selection next week in cause number 25 DCCR 0963. Mr. Burbank has already let us know on another case. I'm not sure if you've talked to Mr. Jones that he's set on a murder case over in another county that's much older than this case. And nothing's changed with regard to that. Is that correct?
This point.
All right, Mr. Coleman and Mr. Jones, I know you're ready to get this taken care of, but we all have to kind of share the attorneys and that case is older. So I'm going to probably reset the case, but I will get it set on the very next available docket and we'll try to get it taken care of at that time. Okay. All right, you're free to go back to the back, sir.
I've excused her.
Yes. All right, sir, you are Dondre Blewett.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Blewett is here. He has two cases. There's a probation that there's a motion filed on in clause number 22-41150. Underlying offense is evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. And then there is a new offense indicted in clause number 26 DCCR 0362, charging aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And what is the announcement?
Sorry, Judge, we've sent objections to the court.
And I'm looking at the rejection right now, Judge. I'm happy to send it. It looks like. I have a question. 5, what? It's 5 days. What is that?
It's 5 written out, 5,
What?
the number.
I never offered 5 here. It's not y'all. But Judge, nevertheless, there's a rejection. I'll send the rejection.
Can we step one?
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all have it the correct number on there and then I'll take care of it in just a few minutes when y'all are ready.